Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I'm going to do a kind of like a walkthrough on this tarot deck. So I got this yesterday and let's pretend I haven't opened it. I opened it because I couldn't stop myself, but I haven't looked at all the cards and I haven't looked at it completely. So it's going to be it's still going to be like a first impression. I just need to make sure, it was the correct one. And if you don't know me, hello, I'm Norea and I am a tarot reader and I have a podcast about BTS where I analyze and I do a lot of fun stuff. So check that out. And I was thinking I could pick one card that I feel like connects to each member. You'll get what I mean later in the video, but and I also brought like all my tarot decks that I have for now, and I was going to compare them, but I think like I want to compare all of them in a separate video, so I will only compare this one to like the standard OG Rider-Waite. I was thinking, but let's open this. Okay. Erotic Tarot by, I was going to say it's Erotic Tarot, illustrated by Sophie Birkin. I hope you see clearly. Is it showing well? Where am I? Why does it look like... Okay, now it's correct. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so Erotic Tarot, illustrated by Sophie Birkin. And it's text by The Fickle Finger of Fate and design by Georgia Chiarion. Something like that. So let's see. Oh, it's so pretty. I was going to say I love tarot, but that's probably already obvious by this video. Look how pretty. So this is a guidebook that you get in every tarot deck that you buy almost, and there is a big difference between the tarot decks that you get. Some are like this, pretty, and some are like full books, and some are just like small mini pamphlets, and some you don't get any at all. So, Erotic Tarot, Guide to Using the Cards. So, if you are a tarot reader like me, or you're like experienced, you usually don't need them. But all, like, how should I say this? Tarot is, what is tarot? Tarot, like, a tarot deck is built upon a specific system, and like the base meaning of the same cards are the same, but different tarot decks have different kinds of vibes, and there as well the meanings of the cards are different. So when like people think when I say that we tarot readers need to study, we really need to study, because it isn't enough that you know the system and the card meanings, because you have to know the card meanings of this and this tarot deck. Like you have to like know each and every one. So what is tarot? Should I read this, or is this too long? Erotic tarot elements. Okay, I will read first this like in bold letters. I feel like I'm back at preschool, when I worked at a preschool and I had like, it was reading time for children. Okay. 15th century Italy was crazy for gaming. Chess, with its newly added queens, was on the rise, and thanks to the introduction of cheap printing and papermaking, regular playing cards became popular. We don't know who added the extra cards to form the first tarot deck. Some of the earliest tarot-like decks were enormous, containing entire sets of classical pantheons, constellations, muses, graces, aristocratic dynasties, and more. Perhaps they were intended to be semi-educational. And I'm not going to read this entire, but I can do that. Maybe I can go through the guidebooks, and I have a big book about tarot in general, so I can dive deeper into that in another video. So what's interesting about this deck is that it doesn't have the standard like cups, wands, pentacles, and swords, because they have changed it. So I'm going to read. The classical elements associated with tarot suits have little to do with modern science and are more related to the medieval humors. Think of them as temperaments and inclinations. We are each a mixture of all the elements, but depending on the circumstances, we might be drawn to one in particular. Understanding these elements can be key to unlocking what makes us tick sexually. In traditional tarot, the suits are wands, pentacles. They have written coins, but I say pentacles, so deal with it. Swords and cups. So they have candles, which are wands, roses, which are coins, feathers, that is swords, and shells, that is cups. So it makes sense because wands is like the fire element, so you know, candles, wands. Roses and pentacles, it's earth. Feathers and swords, air. So like it makes sense. And shells and cups are water. So like it makes sense. So it works. How do I use? I know that. So I'm going to, and here's a couple of explanations of some spreads, and then they go into every card. So that's for me to study. And here's the deck. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take it out from this. Ba-doom. Can you see it? Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to first like show each card. How am I going to do this? Should I show them side by side from the traditional, or should I first show each card? Okay, so I first go through the major arcana or arcana, because in the it will make sense. So this is the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the High Priest. I don't know why I'm whispering, maybe. Okay, the Lovers, the Chariot, Justice, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Strength, the Hanged One. It's usually the Hanged Man, but the Hanged One, Death, Temperance. I feel like these are yes. The Devil. I love that card. The Tower, the Star, the Moon, Sun. Okay, so here they have the Awakening, which is usually the Judgment, but the Awakening. And then we have the World. And that's the like end of the major arcana. So look at also this pretty like back side of the cards. So pretty. And this deck has what is called like Pippish minor arcana, which means like there's not like a lot of drawings on the these ones. So those I think I will just go through a bit quicker, and then I will focus more on the suit, like the court cards. Thank you. So we have the okay, so they're not in the order I want them to be, because I want to start with cups. So I'm going to start with the cups, which in this case are shells. So I'm just going a bit quicker here. So like it's 3, and then it's 4, 5, 6. So you will I will show you in a minute what I mean with there's not a lot of drawings on this, which can make it hard for beginners if you're not aware like of numerology. And then we have the court cards. So the page of I'm going to use their names. Okay, I'm going to say it. Page of Shells, Knight of Shells, Queen of Shells, King of Shells. So that was the shell suit or the cups. And then we're going to take pentacles, or in this case roses. So the ace and the 2. What I love about these cards is that they're like matte cards. I love that. So it feels like so good on like, you know, skin when they're matte. This I don't know if it's supposed to be like this or if it's like a printing error. I don't know. And then we have the Page of Roses. We have the Knight of Roses, the Queen of Roses, and the King of Roses. And then we're going to take wands, or in this case candles. Let's see. I love the colors, like they're very like, I said matte, but like very, they're not vibrant in that way, but like they're like a toned colors, like muted colors, but in a very beautiful way. Like they're still like very colorful, but still very like chill, you know. And then we have a Page of Candles, Knight of Candles, Queen of Candles, and King of Candles. Okay. And then the last cards are swords, or in this case the feathers. Page of Feathers, Knight of Feathers, Queen of Feathers, King of Feathers. Wow, look at that. If you're watching this after Ian Cook's 7 promotional posters have been out, you will know, you know, the BDSM rings, you will know. Just saying. So let's see. So that was all the cards, and they're so beautiful. I'm so happy. Okay, so I'm going to compare to the like more original tarot card deck. Like, it's not original, no, absolutely not, but it's the most used and most like, I'm going to, no, I'm going to do like that, and I will show you what I mean by the minor arcana. So this is my, oh, I call it my private deck, but it's not. But like, I usually use this for my private readings. Let's see. So it's very, this is more the traditional tarot. So like usually when you start learning tarot, this is the one you use because it has so much like imagery, so it's so easy to like understand the meanings of each card. So we're going to compare them. So the Fool, some like you could see he's jumping off the cliff. He has the little dog, his companion. He's jumping to this journey, and in this card we can see the little dog, the white dog, which is kind of cool, and we can hear in the background see like the sun, as we can see here as well, and the mountains. So they have incorporated that, and like there's a suitcase which like can also indicate this like this new journey. So that's really cool. So I'll do that. Then we have the Magician, all about like, you know, creating the life of your dreams and everything. And here we have someone, I'm going to say, okay, so here's the thing, I'm going to say their genders, and this is me assuming that this is their genders just because it's easier to talk that way for me. So like, don't come at me, I don't want to be cancelled. Okay, so this girl, this woman, she is what seems to be like a sex shop or something. Can you see? Just like she's holding a double-sided dildo. Is that the correct word? I don't know. And there's sex toys in the back. Because this deck is like focused on like, it's erotic tarot, so it's like it has a heavy focus on, you know, sex. But so here I don't think they have used the same kind of imagery in that way, but there's like, she has a lot of objects like, and she can create a lot of things with that. So there's still that. We have the High Priestess, very like intuition, and then we have this one, and you can see like, what are they called? Wait, what are these called? I don't remember the word in English. Anyways, same fruits here and there, so they have used that, but not very similar, as you can see, but still like, you know, we have the symbolizing like the moon, like the intuition, connection to the divine universe. So there's still a lot of things to be read. We have the Empress, we have the Mother, and this is very connected in this one, because here we have a pregnant woman, and she's like holding her stomach, her baby, and she has like divine connection as well, and very like protection, very motherly, and it's the same here. And then we have the Emperor, which is like the dad, and these cards are like, they're not very similar in the way, like we both look up at him, like to him, and we're like beneath him in that sense. But he, like in this card, it's more flirty, I would say, like more mischievous than this. Like, do you get what I mean? So like, that's a difference, I would say. We have the High Priest, and this is very similar in the imagery, just that here it's, you know, more sexual, or how to say. So we can see like their lingerie or like underwear, it's more, you know, they're like a, you know, and then there's someone that is giving him blowjob, and he's like standing there with pillars, kind of like similar to this one, but it's more, you know, sexual, because that's the like theme of the, yeah, did it. Now realize that I have filmed without showing the cards properly, and I have filmed for like 15 minutes and it stopped recording. But I'm going to back where I left off. I don't know why my camera always does that. It's not kind. Okay, so see, now it's a big mess here. Let's see. Okay, so I was showing you, I hope this is better now, when you actually can see the cards. The High Priest, or the Hierophant, you can see. We have the Lovers, the Chariot. We have the Chariot here with a more modern interpretation with the pride flag, and there's someone who has a hijab, which I love, and a lesbian flag, I think. So very like not similar. Strength, you know, taming, your inner beast. So like they're similar here, but I feel like in this specific deck is going to be different, because the meanings will be different. I don't know what's going on. I'm starting to get kind of mad. So the Sun, I think we left off at the Sun. The Sun. Why will it not work? What have I done to deserve this? The Sun. We have Judgment, or the Awakening, and then the World. I will make sure that you can see this clearly in an, like, I will insert in the end a specific like video so you can see clearly, because apparently this isn't working. Are you recording now? Okay. Just checking. I hate when technology doesn't work, and it often doesn't work with me, and I feel like maybe, I don't know why. I don't think like I have done anything to deserve it. But I will continue with the, see, I was talking about earlier how this is like, I was talking about the minor arcana, how this is different, because like in this, like the original Rider-Waite, you can see more symbolism. So you can see that this is very basic. So if you don't know the meanings, it can be very difficult. But I'm just going to pick a card for each member that I feel like reminds me of them. I feel like. So I'm going to start with Nanjun. And I want to have them like this. Or no, I'm going to just do it randomly. So I'm going to take all the cards that has like person on them, because other that, if not, that will be hard. This is the first time I'm shuffling it. I'm not shuffling this entire deck, but shuffle's really good. Let's see. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's see. I don't know why it stops. I don't know. Right now I'm looking through the cards to see which one is the, I get the kind of like a vibe from each member. There's a lot of cards here that I'm feeling like Jimin. Okay, so we'll see here. Are you recording? Yes, good. This is so confusing, probably. I'm going to turn it off so I can show you when I've decided. Just wait. Now I have picked each member. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to start from the top. Jin. This is giving me major Jin vibes, and I don't know why. I just feel like if you look at her eyes, it's that kind of like determination and like just you wait, and I kind of get that with him too. So this card for me really like, I can see Jin in this card a lot. And then we have Yoongi. I'm seeing him as this blue man, and kind of like always having to be like strong in a way, but kind of just enjoying this being taken care of in very like a safe space. So I'm getting major Yoongi vibes from him. And then we have Hobie. I feel like this is really him. Both, like, I can see like there's so many mirrors, and I think back to when he was like watching himself eat, like with a mirror in front of himself. It ended again, but this was the card I was speaking about with Hobie. The High Priestess, very intriguing, very mysterious, very like, you know, sensual, very spiritual. And then we have Namjoon. So something about her eyes, okay? Something about her eyes. It's just giving me Namjoon. And also the green man here, I'm presuming is a man, is giving me also very like Namjoon vibes. So like this is a Knight of Candles, which is like the Knight of Wands, which typically is like F-boy energy, but still it's giving me major Namjoon vibes. And then we have Jimin, the Emperor. And this is, look at his eyes. It's a lot of eyes here, I'm realizing. That mischievous. Oh my god. Him sitting like that. I'm just like, this is Jimin. This is Jimin. It has to be. And then we have Taeyang. And I feel like this is so Taeyang, with this like beautiful outfit and these like feathers. This is Queen of Feathers, Queen of Wands. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Queen of Swords, and like, which typically I wouldn't say is him, but this card, like, it just gives me major Taeyang vibes. Like I can see him in this like vintage burlesque outfit and dancing away. So this card really like reminds me of him. And then this card of Jungkook, because I see him as the tied up one, and I see like Taeyang there. That's just how it is, like, you know, facts. But that's kind of like what I see, kind of like just being so like into it and like enjoying being tied up in that way. So like that's what I'm feeling about that. So yeah, and now I'm going to do a reading with the deck finally. So I'm going to shuffle all the cards together, which is like my favorite part, because now they have been in an order. Just checking so you're still recording. Okay. They have been in a order that they're not after